introduce our esteemed speaker, Dr. Hamad. Yes,
Thank you.
please. Thank you so much. Please proceed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Samah Haida. Thank you, Dr. Marwan Skran, for your speech and your collaboration. Hello, everyone. I'm Hamad bin Isa, a member of Bitlisaniyat International Academy, along with several research teams and organizations, national and international ones. Honored Dr. Marwan Sakran, distinguished speakers, esteemed colleagues, and dear participants, good afternoon and welcome to this scientific event, the International Conference on Artificial Intelligence in Language Education, organized by the Linguistics Research and Language Planning team at Bitlisaniyat International Academy. It's both a privilege and a joy to participate in organizing such collaborative scientific gathering of educators, researchers, and innovators. Today, we hope you explore how artificial intelligence is reshaping language education, transforming how we teach, we learn, and assess linguistic skills in an increasingly smart or digital world. As you know, we live in an era where artificial intelligence is no longer an advanced concept, but a daily reality. From voice assistants like Siri and Alexia to advanced tools like ChatGPT and Grammarly, artificial intelligence has invaded every aspect of our lives. For example, in education, artificial intelligence in education impact is profound. It personalizes learning, provides instant feedback, and even predicts students' needs before they arise. Yet, with great power comes great responsibility. As we integrate artificial intelligence into classrooms, we must ask, how can how can we control its capability without compromising the human touch? What ethical boundaries must we establish? And how do we ensure that artificial intelligence serves as a bridge, not a barrier to equitable education? Today, or over the next few hours, through 5 presentations, we will discuss the questions through the previous questions through 5 groundbreaking presentations. The first one will be presented by Dr. Abdsalam Khamouja, who will share how artificial intelligence tools like artificial intelligence are transforming language practices. By artificial intelligence in education, the impact of artificial intelligence on teaching, speaking, and reading skills. So here, the doctor will discuss the impact of artificial intelligence on those productive skills. Professor Abdelfatah Abidi will challenge us to reflect on artificial intelligence paradox, its capacity to empower learners while risking academic integrity, by the angel and the devil as a dual role in education. Professor Raha Yassin's research reveals how artificial intelligence can turn even the most hesitant writers into confident communicators through grammatical accuracy meets ChatGPT. Professor Abdelwahid Bouzard data warns us that artificial intelligence, if misused, may delay task initiation, a warning tale for educators through the procrastination puzzle, artificial's hidden costs. Professor Lahwal Murad will showcase how artificial intelligence deriving tools are making feedback faster, fairer, and more meaningful through the future of assessment beyond grades. This conference is not just about sharing ideas, it's about sparking change, as we listen and collaborate today. Let's remember, innovation without inclusivity is incomplete. Technology without pedagogy is empty. Progress without ethics is dangerous. To our speakers, thank you for lighting the way. To our participants, your curiosity will fuel this dialogue. And to our organizers, this platform is a testament to your vision. تفضلي دكتورة سما.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, professors, researchers, and all valued participants. It's with great pleasure that I welcome you to this important international conference organized by the Linguistics Research and Language Planning team at Bitlisaniyat International Academy, Turkey. Our conference today focuses on a highly relevant and forward-looking theme: artificial intelligence in language education, invitations in assignment, feedback, and skill development. In today's world, AI is no longer a distant concept. It's here, transforming classrooms, enhancing learning, and opening new opportunities for teachers and students alike. This conference aims to explore the practical ways AI can support and improve language education at different levels. Before we begin, I would like to express my sincere thanks to those who made this event possible and to all those who have contributed to the success of this international event. My graduate goes to General Supervision Committee, Professor Marwan Sakran, Dr. Safia Kassas, Professor Dr. Abdul Qadir bin Twadi, and Dr. Yasin Al-Idrisi for their guidance and academic leadership. I also warmly thank the organizers for today's program. Special thanks to Dr. Sukaina Baz, responsible for technical assistance, for her essential support behind the scenes. Finally, my appreciation goes to all the organizing, administrative, and academic teams for the key role they played and their valuable effort in making this conference success. And as well as to our honored speakers and respected colleagues who are with us today. Now, allow me to open the floor for our first respected speaker. We begin with the official opening speech by Professor Dr. Marwan Sakran, President of the Bitlisaniyat Academy. Dr. Marwan, the floor is yours.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished colleagues and distinguished guests, first I would like to extend my sincere thanks to my colleague, Professor Samahida, and to all those who contributed to success of this international conference. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Bitlisaniyat Linguistics Academy, I welcome you all. I am pleased and honored to extend my sincere thanks and appreciation to all the distinguished attendants of this pioneering scientific conference on artificial intelligence in language education, innovations in assignment, feedback, and skills development. Today, today we stand at the intersection of technology and education, where innovation is not just an idea, but a necessity. Integrating AI يعني الذكاء الاصطناعي into language teaching and learning, the reshaping how we assess, support, and empower learners worldwide. This conference brings together researchers, educators, and technology experts from diverse backgrounds, united by a shared vision, harnessing the power of AI to build more personalized, effective, and inclusive language education. We will explore how AI can revolutions assignment methods, provide dynamic and responsive feedback, and enhance the development of essential language skills. Most importantly, we will reflect on the ethical responsibilities associated with these developments and how we can ensure that technology remains a tool in the service of human learning, not substitute for it. Let this conference serve as a platform of meaningful dialogue, collaboration, and the exchange of pioneering ideas. Together, let us pave the way for a smarter and more equitable further in language education. Welcome to your pioneering academy. يعني بيتكم العلمي الأول pioneering academy home، بيت اللسانيات الدولية linguistic academy. Thank you, and I wish you all a faithful and inspiring conference. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Thank you so much, Dr. Marwan, for your inspiring words. Next, we are honored to listen to the speech of Professor Dr. Abdelkader Bentwati, President of the Linguistics Research and Language Planning Team. Please, Dr. Abdelkader, you may proceed if you are with us.
Dr. Samah,
Yes, I think he is not with us now. Yeah,
he is not.
So we will continue until he comes. Okay. At this point, I will take a few minutes to share a brief word about the theme of our conference and its relevance to today's education challenges and opportunities. Artificial intelligence is not only a tool, it is a growing partner in the teaching and learning process. Its role is in assignment, personalized feedback, and skill building is becoming more visible and impactful every day. Recent studies show that adaptive AI system can now analyze learner behavior in real time and provide personalized feedback that helps students progress more efficiently, something that we was not possible just a few years ago. This conference is a valuable opportunity for us to exchange ideas, experiences, and developments that will shape the future of language education. Now I'm pleased to give the floor to Dr. Yassine Al-Idrisi, Executive Director at Bitlisaniyat Academy, for his welcome address. Dr. Yassine, please go ahead.
I'm sorry, Dr. Samah. It
He is
seems
not
that
with us.
Dr. Yassin is not available now. He has
No
some.
problem. It's okay. Uh, Before we move forward to the academic presentations, I would like to thank you all once again for your presence and your interest in this timely and impactful topic. We are confident that today's discussion will deepen our understanding of how AI can enhance language education and offer practical insights for improving assignment feedbacks and skill development. With that, I now hand over to the floor to Dr. Hamad bin Isa, who will moderate the next session and introduce our esteemed speaker, Dr. Hamad. Yes,
Thank you.
please. Yeah, thank you so much. Please proceed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Samah Haidar. Thank you, Dr. Marwan Skran, for your speech and your collaboration. Hello, everyone. I'm Hamad bin Isa, a member of Bitlisaniyat International Academy, along with several research teams and organizations, national and international ones. Honored Dr. Marwan Skran, distinguished speakers, esteemed colleagues, and dear participants. Good afternoon and welcome to this scientific event, the International Conference on Artificial Intelligence in Language Education, organized by the Linguistics Research and Language Planning Team at Bitlisaniyat International Academy. It's both a privilege and a joy to participate in organizing such collaborative scientific gathering of educators, researchers, and innovators. Today, we hope you explore how artificial intelligence is reshaping language education, transforming how we teach, we learn, and assess linguistic skills in an increasingly smart or digital world. As you know, we live in an era where artificial intelligence is no longer an advanced concept, but a daily reality. From voice assistants like Siri and Alexia to advanced tools like ChatGPT and Grammarly, artificial intelligence has invaded every aspect of our lives. For example, in education, artificial intelligence in education impact is profound. It personalizes learning, provides instant feedback, and even predicts students' needs before they arise. Yet, with great power comes great responsibility. As we integrate artificial intelligence into classrooms, we must ask how can how can we control its capability without compromising the human touch? What ethical boundaries must we establish? And how do we ensure that artificial intelligence serves as a bridge, not a barrier to equitable education? Today, or over the next few hours, through 5 presentations, we will discuss the questions through the previous questions through 5 groundbreaking presentations. The first one will be presented by Dr. Abdsalam Khamouja, who will share how artificial intelligence tools like character artificial intelligence are transforming language practices. By artificial intelligence in education, the impact of artificial intelligence on teaching, speaking, and reading skills. So here the doctor will discuss the impact of artificial intelligence on those productive skills. Professor Abdelfatah Abidi will challenge us to reflect on artificial intelligence paradox, its capacity to empower learners while risking academic integrity by the angel and the devil as a dual role in education. Professor Raha Yassin's research reveals how artificial intelligence can turn even the most hesitant writers into confident communicators through grammatical accuracy meets ChatGPT. Professor Abdulwahid Bouzard data warns us that artificial intelligence, if misused, may delay task initiation, a warning tale for educators through the procrastination puzzle, artificial's hidden costs. Professor Lahwal Murad will showcase how artificial intelligence deriving tools are making feedback faster, fairer, and more meaningful through the future of assessment beyond grades. This conference is not just about sharing ideas, it's about sparking change. As we listen, debate, and collaborate today, let's remember innovation without inclusivity is incomplete. Technology without pedagogy is empty. Progress without ethics is dangerous. To our speakers, thank you for lighting the way. To our participants, your curiosity will fuel this dialogue. And to our organizers, this platform is a testament to your vision. Let us begin with open minds and a shared commitment to shape an AI-powered future where no learners is left behind. I need to remind you that you can write your names in the chat, the live chat. Then we will share with you the attendance link to confirm your presence. The first presentation titled Artificial Intelligence in Education, the impact of artificial intelligence on teaching, speaking, and reading skills. We are honored to begin this conference with presentation by Dr. Abdsalam Khamouja, an accomplished linguistics and an accomplished linguist and educator with a PhD in linguistics and a master in teaching English as a foreign language with 13 published articles on educational issues and active participation in national and international conferences. Dr. Abdulsalam Khamouja brings a wealth of expertise to our discussion of artificial intelligence in language education. Back to his research, speaking is a fundamental skill for personal and academic interaction, yet its mastery demands fluency, pronunciation, vocabulary, grammatical accuracy, and complex challenge for learners. The advent of artificial intelligence has opened now new opportunities for enriching these competencies. In this presentation, Dr. Abdsalam will raise several questions. So, Dr. Abdsalam, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, the voice is clear.
Okay, so before I start my presentation, I'd like first to express my deepest gratitude for being invited to take part in this fruitful meeting and talk about artificial intelligence and education. So, as you see on the screen, the title of my presentation is about artificial intelligence in education, the impact of artificial intelligence on teaching, speaking, and reading skills. So, sorry, yes, yes, this is the outline of my presentation. It consists of introduction, artificial intelligence definition, types of artificial intelligence in education, disadvantages of artificial intelligence in education, artificial intelligence education tools, studies, and conclusion. Concerning studies, here I'm going to talk about two studies. One study is conducted about uh, the impact of artificial intelligence chatbots on student speaking skills. And the second study, it's a qualitative study. It's about investigating teachers' perceptions towards the impact of artificial intelligence on their reading skills. So, as you know, artificial intelligence has become an integral part of our daily lives because it has influenced how we live, work, and interact with each other. It has also become an assistant tool on which people rely to solve complex problems that need a lot of effort and time. In education, artificial intelligence has created a motivating learning environment where students can rely on themselves to generate all knowledge they need. For example, in language learning, artificial intelligence has developed a variety of applications that can help learners develop their language proficiency. However, in the Moroccan context, there is scant research about the importance of using artificial intelligence for teaching the four language skills. Therefore, in this presentation, I'm going to talk about uh, the importance of using artificial intelligence for teaching two skills, which are the reading skill and the speaking skill. So, before that, let's first define artificial intelligence. So, according to Zhang and Aslan, artificial intelligence refers to computer systems that can carry out complex tasks normally done by human reasoning. And according to Holmes, artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science that makes computers imitate human behavior and intelligence to solve problems. Uh, Types of artificial intelligence. Well, there are two types of artificial intelligence: the narrow artificial intelligence and the general artificial intelligence. The narrow artificial intelligence is designed to carry out one particular function, whereas the general artificial intelligence is designed to carry out uh, a variety of functions and solve different complex problems. Artificial intelligence in education. Well, artificial intelligence has a significant impact in education because it helps both teachers and students reach the desired goals successfully without making a lot of effort. So, among the advantages of using artificial intelligence in education are first, systems, which means that artificial intelligence can help students generate all kinds of knowledge they need and solve different learning tasks. Speed, which means that artificial intelligence can help students generate quick answers to different questions. Evaluation, which means that artificial intelligence can track students' progress and highlight areas for improvement. And personalized learning, which means that artificial intelligence can adapt learning based on students' needs, skills, and interests. So, despite of all the advantages that I've mentioned so far, artificial intelligence has some drawbacks, among which we find cheating, which means that some students rely completely on artificial intelligence for doing their homework without making any effort or dependence, which means that students rely a lot on artificial intelligence, which of course decreases the development of critical thinking and problem solving skills, reduce interaction, which means that artificial intelligence reduces interaction in the classroom because instead of interacting with each other to create knowledge, students resort to artificial intelligence. Well, artificial intelligence has developed a variety of education tools like Speak AI, Character AI, Learner AI, Google Gemini, Elsa Speak, etc. All these, educational tools can help learners develop their for language skills. Well, studies. Here, I conducted two studies. The first study is correlational, and the second study is qualitative. Uh, the main purpose of the correlation study was to examine if there is any significant correlation between artificial intelligence chatbots and student speaking skills like pronunciation, fluency, and vocabulary. The participants in this study were students from second year baccalaureate level. Data collection procedure. Here, the participants were introduced to character AI and learner AI. They were given a topic with different questions. The topic was based on their choice. They were asked to interact with such artificial intelligence tools at home by asking them the given questions. Data collection instruments. The instruments that I relied on in this study were two instruments, a 5-point Likert scale questionnaire and a semi-structured interview. Data analysis tool. Here, Pearson's correlation test was used to examine the correlation between the dependent and independent variables. When we talk about dependent and independent variables, the dependent variables are what is called, speaking skills, which are pronunciation, fluency, and vocabulary. Concerning the independent variables are the artificial intelligence chatbots, which are Character AI and Learner AI. Concerning the questionnaire findings, and as we see in the first table, there is a significant and positive correlation between artificial intelligence chatbots and student fluency because the correlation coefficient value is a 0.482 and the p-value is less than 0.05, which displays that there is a significant and positive correlation between artificial intelligence chatbots and students' fluency. Concerning the second table, it displays that there is a significant and positive correlation between artificial intelligence chatbots and students' pronunciation. Concerning the third table, it displays that there is a significant and positive correlation between artificial intelligence chatbots and vocabulary. So, concerning the semi-structured interview findings, they confirm the quantitative findings because all the interviewees displayed positive attitude towards the impact of artificial intelligence on their speaking skills. Concerning the second study, it's a qualitative study. The main purpose of this study was to explore the extent to which artificial intelligence affects the reading skills. The participants in this study were S6 students studying English at Ibn Tufayl University. They were given an online qualitative questionnaire to fill out. The questionnaire contained questions about their perceptions towards the impact of artificial intelligence on their reading skills. So these are the types of the questions that the online questionnaire included. Concerning the findings, all the participants display positive attitudes towards the impact of artificial intelligence on their reading skills because, based on their answers, artificial intelligence helps them analyze the text, summarize it, and explain any difficult words in context. However, the findings of this study also display that artificial intelligence has some drawbacks because in the online questionnaire, I included one question with hers. And this question was, while conducting research, do you read any references? If no, why? So the main purpose behind, including such a question in the online questionnaire was, to know whether students use artificial intelligence for help or they use it to generate ready-made research without reading any reference. So um, the findings indicate that all the participants in the study admit that when some students are given a task to do or a project to conduct, they resort to artificial intelligence to generate ready-made research without reading any reference. Therefore, this study, recommends that all Moroccan universities should adopt artificial intelligence detectors to reduce cheating and punish those who rely completely on artificial intelligence. Um, so, to conclude, integrating artificial intelligence in teaching and learning has become a must for both teachers and students so that they can comply with the development of technology. If artificial intelligence is used properly, for sure it will participate in developing students' language skills. So these are the references that I relied on in this presentation. Um, Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Abdeslam Khamouja, for your insightful and rational presentation. The key findings include the use of the mixed approach and that revealed significant positive correlations between artificial intelligence chatbot use and improvements in fluency and pronunciation. The parallel study that you made on artificial intelligence role in reading skills conducted with these students from semester 6 at Ibn University highlighted learners' positive perceptions and participations, reported that artificial intelligence helped them to navigate increasingly complex texts, fostering greater proficiency. This research underscores artificial intelligence transformative potential in language education. It offers scalable, interactive solutions for skill development. So, artificial intelligence in general may help our students to develop their skills. Now, let's move to the second presentation: artificial intelligence in language learning, teaching, and academia. An angel or a devil. That will be presented by Mr. Abdel Abidi, who is a member of Bitlisaniyat Academy. Professor Abdel Abidi from Sultan Moulay Ismail University in Morocco, a distinguished scholar in linguistics and education, who will guide us through a critical examination of artificial intelligence, the dual role in shaping the future of academic and language pedagogy. Mr. Abdel you can share your presentation. I see that you are sharing the screen. Try to share the presentation if you want to use it. Now it seems now it is good. Okay, so the floor is yours, Mr. Abidi. So here, the floor is yours, Mr. Abdel. Please activate the mic. We don't hear you. The mic. No, just keep the presentation as it was, but activate the mic in the platform, please. Mr. Abdel, do you hear me? Now the mic is active. Could you return to the presentation slides?
Okay, is it fine now?
Now, yeah, now it's okay. Now it's okay. You can proceed. You can go on.
Okay. Very good afternoon to you all. I would like first to extend my sincere gratitude and appreciation to the organizing team for making this online conference possible. I'm also very glad to share this virtual panel with distinguished professors and scholars. Now, my presentation is somehow similar to Professor Khamouja's presentation, which shed light on both advantages and disadvantages of AI in education. Now, my presentation is entitled, and as you can see here, AI in language learning, teaching, and academia. Over the last decade, artificial intelligence or AI has seamlessly integrated into our daily lives, interacting nearly every domain or impacting every domain in language learning, teaching, and academia. We now interact with very sophisticated systems that transform our lives in different ways. Difficult tasks and problems can now be solved with one prompt in the blink of an eye. AI is defined, as you can see here, as a machine's ability to mimic human capabilities like learning, organizing, reasoning, solving problems, and performing tasks without explicit human guidance. Of course, the rapid advancement of AI has sparked a crucial conversation, particularly within the realms of language learning, teaching, and academia, as I mentioned earlier. Now, the question that imposes itself is whether AI, an angel offering transformative benefits or a devil presenting formidable challenges in these sectors. The reality, as we will explore today, is far more nuanced, reflecting different attitudes towards AI technologies. Now, in this presentation, I'm going to delve into both sides of this coin by examining the profound opportunities that artificial intelligence presents and the critical concerns we must address to ensure its responsible integration into language learning, teaching, and academia. Now let's begin by exploring AI's angelic side. AI can enhance personalized learning, self-efficacy, positive attitudes towards learning, language skills, translation, efficiency, and also accessibility. One of AI's most celebrated benefits is its capacity to deliver personalized learning experiences. AI-powered platforms can adapt educational content to meet the unique needs of individual students. By analyzing vast amounts of data, these systems can actually identify learning gaps and tailor interventions accordingly by providing tailored guidance and real-time feedback. Previous studies in the area of artificial intelligence in education and academia indicate that studies in personalized learning environments often exhibit improved self-efficacy and a more positive attitude toward their education. Examples of these include tutoring systems and adaptive learning platforms, which have shown significant potential in enhancing students' engagement and performance. AI tools are proving highly effective in supporting various language skills, including reading, writing, speaking, and also listening. Automated writing evaluation, or AWE, technologies are widely simple, are beyond or not just about spell and grammar checks, analyzing clarity, coherence, engagement, and delivery of text. They actually offer context-dependent suggestions and linguistic recommendations by providing color-coded tagging for immediate deficiency identification and also explanations which are somehow similar to course books. This, of course, helps learners to develop a specific awareness of language versatility without necessarily threatening the classic productive writing skill. Chatbots and conversational agents, along with automatic speech recognition, are instrumental in improving speaking skills. They actually allow learners to practice conversations, offer multimedia resources, and also evaluate speaking skills through prompts and voice messages. For instance, the LRA virtual assistants the LRA virtual assistants, for example, has been shown to enhance students' pronunciation. So chatbots, for example, can also reduce anxiety for students who might be hesitant about face interactions in classroom settings. Other tools such as VOA, Learning English, are amongst the applications that are also being used to improve listening comprehension. AI can also improve translation skills. Machine translation tools like DeepL, for example, which leverage deep learning and neural networks, can be highly beneficial for understanding the gist or for example, gaining a more precise understanding of specific passages. AI tools can process large amounts of text quickly. They rely on vast amounts of translated text to learn patterns, and the more data they learn, the better their translation quality becomes. That is, in other words, AI tools can learn and also improve over time through feedback and corrections provided by users. AI significantly boosts efficiency by saving time in researching, processing information, and also automating repetitive academic tasks. They provide quick access to relevant information and personalized educational resources, which of course optimize study time for educators. AI tools can also minimize workload by automating grading, feedback mechanisms, and also administrative tasks. The rise of hybrid learning that combines online and on-site methods has also been identified as an optimal technique for college students or university students, which is, of course, further enhanced by AI. Overall, AI encourages a student-centered learning environment by allowing individuals to learn at their own pace, anytime, anywhere, and thereby fostering their motivation and engagement. Now, despite its angelic qualities, AI also presents a darker or more challenging side that demands our careful attention. Such pitfalls, as Khamouja or Professor Khamouja already mentioned, include, but of course not limited to, cheating, plagiarism, data privacy and security, and also bias and discrimination, diminished critical thinking skills, laziness, and decline in memory retention. The integration of AI, particularly advanced chatbots like ChatGPT, introduces significant ethical dilemmas. ChatGPT has been proven to assist students in writing essays and answering exam questions. This actually facilitates cheating and even allows students to manipulate systems to evade detection. AI tools often collect and analyze large amounts of students' data. This raises concerns about privacy risks and potential misuse of sensitive information. Artificial intelligence algorithms trained on existing data can also exhibit biases that may lead to unfair outcomes and perpetuate stereotypes or inequalities among students. Earlier, I talked about how AI tools help in translation and its strengths in this regard, but AI translation systems may be biased towards languages with more training data, which leads to lower translation quality for other languages. Such tools, for example, might struggle to understand the precise context of a text or convey nuanced meanings, especially in literary texts or those containing idioms, humor, or other cultural bound aspects. Now, these tools might fail to consider subtle cultural differences, which can lead to misunderstanding or even sometimes offense. Over-reliance on AI can negatively affect students' cognitive development. Students who become excessively dependent on AI tools may experience a hindrance in developing their critical thinking, problem solving, and independent decision-making skills. The ready availability of information can also lead to students to just copy and paste data without even understanding the content, which makes students passive and also unable to process information or think about the credibility of ideas or concepts generated by AI systems. Some studies also show that over-reliance on artificial intelligence for information recall reduces the capacity for memory retention. There are also issues related to accuracy and reliability. AI can sometimes provide incorrect, imprecise, or outdated information. Inconsistency in responses can be also a serious problem. For example, the same prompt given to different users can sometimes lead to different answers with different qualities and structures. This, of course, raises concerns about fair access to high-quality educational material. In addition to this, AI may lack the nuanced understanding and creativity inherent in human cognition, making it challenging to produce truly context-dependent or original content. The increasing use of AI also impacts the human element of learning. Over-reliance on AI can lead to a decrease in social interaction between teachers and students and among students themselves, which of course can create a sense of detachment. Now, the dichotomy of AI as an angel or a devil underscores the necessity of a balanced and thoughtful approach. Simply banning AI is not a sustainable solution, as AI is clearly here to stay and will continue to be part of our lives as the internet, smartphones, and calculators. So instead of banning AI, we must focus on establishing clear guidelines and policies for its responsible adoption. AI should be viewed as a supplementary resource complementing traditional teaching methods rather than entirely replacing them. So this balanced approach will allow students to benefit from AI's efficiency while still engaging with foundational learning practices. The advent of AI necessitates a revolution of traditional teaching philosophies and assessment practices. Educators or teachers should consider new methods like oral debates, groups or group projects, discussions, and help-on activities to assess students' general understanding and critical thinking, which are less susceptible to AI-generated outputs. The teacher's role evolves to one of a facilitator, fostering critical thinking and guiding students in evaluating AI-generated information. It is also vital to encourage self-efficacy and emphasize the benefits of AI for learning. Developing new competencies for both teacher and student is mandatory. We need to upskill our competencies in interacting with artificial intelligence. This includes, of course, understanding AI's capabilities and limitations. And this, of course, can help us develop critical thinking skills and master prompt engineering, which is, of course, the art of asking the right questions to get the most useful outputs. And in this regard, as Vero and Petra 2025 stated, I quote, "To ensure the effective integration of AI in education, institutions should implement training programs for both educators and students to foster a thorough understanding of AI tools and their proper use. Clear guidelines and validation protocols establish robust standards for AI deployment that include the regular validation of AI-generated information and clear guidelines to prevent over-reliance on technology." Now, to conclude, we can say that AI's presence in language learning, teaching, and academia presents a complex picture. It is undeniably an angel in its capacity to offer personalized learning, enhance skill acquisition, and improve or develop efficiency. However, it can also act as a devil, posing significant threats to academic integrity, critical thinking, data privacy, and the invaluable human element of education. Now, the goal of this presentation was not to choose between the angel or the devil side of AI, but to achieve a balanced, ethical, and human-centered integration by, of course, developing comprehensive training, establishing clear guidelines, and addressing ethical and privacy concerns. Educational institutions can ensure that artificial intelligence serves as a powerful tool to complement the traditional methods. This approach can foster and of course be efficient and personalized learning environment that it can also create a personalized learning environment that can support the development of essential skills that can prepare students for a future where humans and AI coexist and collaborate effectively. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Adidi, for this great presentation. Artificial intelligence has undeniably transformed language learning, teaching, and scholarly research. It offers unprecedented opportunities alongside with significant challenges. This paradox was well presented during this your speech. From the presentation, the angel side, artificial intelligence empowers personalized learning, enhances efficiency, and democratizes access. So everyone could have some access to different tools that are powered by artificial intelligence. Mainly those tools that are related to language education. And this artificial intelligence could provide immediate or instant feedback. The negative side from your presentations that you said, artificial intelligence provide risks that may include reduced critical thinking, threats to academic integrity. For example, several students might practice plagiarism consciously or unconsciously. There are also potential diminishment of human interaction in educational spaces. The research drawing on recent research, Professor Abidi advocated for a balanced ethical framework to harness artificial intelligence benefits while mitigating its pitfalls. The conclusion emphasized updating pedagogical philosophy to prioritize human-centered artificial intelligence integration strategies to ensure this technology complements rather than replacing the intellectual rigor and relation core of education. Now let's move to the third presentation that will be presented by Professor Marwa Murad from Ibn Tufail University in Morocco. He is an expert in language education and technology, who will take us on an insightful journey into how artificial intelligence is redefining the landscape of English language assessment and learning. So the advent of artificial intelligence has brought transformative changes to language education in the realm of not only in assessment but also in education and in learning in several fields that are related to educating students or teaching English as a foreign language. The presentation will explore how cutting-edge technological like natural language processes, machine learning, and speech recognition are replacing traditional evaluation methods with personalized, efficient, and scalable solutions. Looking ahead for this presentation will highlight the potential this technology use. The floor is yours, Mr. Murad.
Thank you so much, Professor Ben Isa. So very glad to be with you here. I hope you can see my presentation.
Yes, here it is. Indeed.
So before I start, I would like to express my gratitude to you all for making this conference possible. Good evening, everyone. So allow me to introduce myself first. My name is Lahwan Murad, professor of English. I've been teaching English for more than 10 years in a number of institutions. And I'm a PhD candidate at Ibn Tufail University in Kenitra. Very glad to join you today, and I'll be talking about AI-powered language assessment tools and how they are revolutionizing feedback and learning improvement in English language education. So, as you can see here, I'll start with an introduction. So, what are AI-powered language assessment tools? As everybody knows, I mean, AI now is taking place in almost all industries. In the recent years, artificial intelligence has drastically transformed many industries, and education is no exception. Of course, we as educators, as teachers of the language, be it English or any other language, we are interested more in how to make AI beneficial for us as teachers and for our learners and for our students. Today, I'll dive into how AI-powered language assessment tools are reshaping language learning. So these tools, as you might know, use algorithm, machine learning, and natural language processing to assess language skills in ways that were not possible before. So they offer, as you have mentioned before, scalable solutions to learners and provide objective grading and can give instant feedback to learners, which helps improve the overall learning experience. And these AI-powered language assessment tools actually leverage advanced technology such as NLP, which stands for natural language processing, and ML, machine learning, to evaluate learners' proficiency in language. Examples include automatic essay graders, speech recognition systems, and adaptive proficiency tests. So, of course, I mean, as you have mentioned before, I mean, all the professors talked about, like, for example, Professor Abdel Fattah and Professor Abdel Salam, they talked about advantages and disadvantages. Of course, I mean, as anything else, AI is a double-edged sword. So it has a negative side and a positive side. The key benefits is that it provides real-time, scalable feedback that's personalized to the learner's needs, and it makes the language learning process more, I would say, efficient and more effective. Concerning how AI works in language assessment, AI-powered language assessment tools, they use algorithms, okay, machine learning and natural language processing, as I've mentioned before, and artificial intelligence. For example, if we take an example, natural language processing allows machines to understand and process both written and spoken language. Machine learning helps the system learn from user data to predict language proficiency. Speech recognition analyzes how well learners pronounce words, and you know that pronunciation, for example, is one of the most, I would say, difficult and challenging aspect that most of AFL learners encounter, and it comes through practice and through time. So with these assessment AI-powered assessment tools, now the feedback and the correction of the pronunciation errors maybe can be fixed on the spot. Like speech recognition analyzes how learners pronounce words, and tools like, for example, Grammarly and ELSA Speak use these technologies to give feedback on writing and speaking. Like, for example, personally speaking, I have used Grammarly, and it is very beneficial. I mean, I guess now most of the PhD candidates and most of language students in general, they actually use this tool to, let's say, correct some of the mistakes and some of the errors that they might make when writing. You know, I mean, writing is considered as one of the most difficult skill among the 4 skills. And sometimes we need, actually, before we publish, for example, some articles, we exchange our works, with our colleagues and so on. So because they may see something that you cannot see, because when we keep writing something, we may take it for granted. So you need to give it to your colleagues so that they can proofread it and give you their feedback. Now, this feedback actually becomes more effective and scalable with these assessments, with these AI powered assessment tools. Another example here, automatic essay grading. So concerning how it works, AI evaluates grammar, evaluates syntax, style, coherence, and argumentation. So this is one of the most impactful tools of AI-powered language assessment. It evaluates various aspects of an essay, such as grammar, as I said, coherence, style, etc. And these tools include Turnitin. Yes, everybody is aware of Turnitin. Grammarly, as I have mentioned before, and automated essay scoring. So they provide, as I said, immediate essay scoring. They provide large volumes. They can handle large volumes of essays and offer consistent grading that removes human bias. Of course, there are challenges, as I said before. AI systems may struggle with creativity. Machines are machines at the end of the day. So creativity, I mean, is always in danger when talking about AI powered tools. And Professor Abdel Fattah has talked about something that is very important, humor, for example, or irony. He has mentioned idioms. For example, when you write something and you use Grammarly, for example, to correct it or to proofread it, sometimes it underlines some words or some expressions, even though they are grammatically, syntactically, and semantically correct. Why? Because as a machine, it's not creative. It's not aware of all the varieties. Sometimes, for example, if you use an idiom, the machine may consider that idiom as incorrect while it is actually correct, just because the machine or these AI, again, it's true that these AI powered tools actually they learn from people, but it is still, I mean, they are pre-programmed to detect some errors, while sometimes there is no error, but they underline that. This is one of the, I would say, drawbacks of AI-powered assessment tools. For pronunciation here, AI analyzes speech through tools like ELSA, which stands for Emotional Literacy Support Assistant, and Google Speech to Text, again, Google Speech to Tests, and of course Rosetta, you know Rosetta, I guess it's well known, Rosetta now. So it provides real-time feedback. Google Speech to Text, for example, Rosetta Stone analyze speech in real time, and these tools provide feedback on pronunciation, stress, intonation, which is crucial for learners, especially non-native speakers. At the end of the day, I mean, as I said before, I mean, here we are teaching English as a foreign language, so we teach non-native speakers of language. Of course, they struggle, especially when it comes to pronunciation, and you know that pronunciation is very crucial in English. Sometimes it may change the meaning. When some students, for example, mispronounce some words, they may affect the meaning. So these tools provide feedback on pronunciation and allow learners to practice on their own pace and get personalized feedback. But of course, there are some challenges with regional accents. Okay, sometimes they for example, struggle with because you know, I mean, sometimes you find some word, for example, pronounced in such a way that is extremely different from, for example, American English and British English. There are some differences sometimes in pronunciation, some differences again in spelling. Okay, so for example, sometimes, as I have talked about Grammarly, sometimes Grammarly, for example, if you write analyze with Z, it underlines that. You need to write it with S, so that it's maybe because it is programmed to be or to detect British rather than American English. These are some of the challenges that might students encounter while using these AI-powered tools. We move to adaptive language proficiency. Adaptive language proficiency here. Now we're talking about testing. When it comes to testing, adaptive language proficiency tests such as Duolingo, now everybody uses Duolingo English, tests adjust the difficulty based on learners' previous answers. So they detect in a way, as if they implicitly give the opportunity to the students or to the learners to sit for, let's say, a placement test. So they detect their level so that they can adapt, okay, to their language level. So this creates a dynamic and personalized testing experience that better reflects the learner's actual proficiency. The benefits is that it provides a more accurate assessment of language skills, and the challenges is that these tests sometimes have some limitations, particularly when it comes to assessing complex tasks like creative writing or oral discussions. Concerning the impact, concerning the impact on feedback and learner improvement, AI-powered tools have a significant impact on feedback and learner improvement. First, they provide immediate and actionable feedback. They are very practical in helping students identify areas for improvement, such as grammar, pronunciation, coherence, etc. And these tools also personalize the learning path by suggesting specific exercises, okay, based on the learner's performance and level. For example, tools like Grammarly give detailed reports on writing, okay, while the AI-powered tool, which is called ELSA, it tracks pronunciation progress over time, which give an opportunity to the students to improve their language proficiency, written and spoken language. Here I have challenges and ethical considerations. So Professor Abdel Fattah has talked, I guess, about bias and fairness. That's one of the challenges of using AI-powered tools in language learning. Despite their benefits, AI-powered tools, of course, have a number of drawbacks. Bias is one of the most significant one. These tools may favor certain accents. As I said before, for example, they prefer British English rather than, or they are, not they prefer, but they are programmed, for example, to use or to detect British English, for example, rather than American English or something like that. So these are one of the challenges. Learning styles, for example, this could unfairly personalize non-native speakers, and the data privacy concerns related to collecting personal performance data. And the one of the challenges again is teacher-student relationship here. It may reduce human interaction. You know that at the end of the day, it's true that with technology, especially with AI-powered platforms, I mean, now language learning becomes very easy and accessible to everyone, which is amazing. But again, the human side is very important, and the human side is something that we should not underestimate. And I remember, for example, during the pandemic of coronavirus, COVID-19, we used, for example, some platforms to teach the e-learning or distance learning or online teaching. And we used, I still remember, I guess, Teams, the platform of Teams. And it was actually, of course, it is good, a good solution to resolve to because of the pandemic. But again, most of the students, when I asked them, they claim that they actually prefer face-to-face teaching because the human side makes people maybe more, I would say, engaging. Now, the future of AI in language assessment. So the future of AI in language has innovative trends. Of course, I mean, we are looking ahead, and the future of AI in language assessment is full of exciting possibilities. Nobody in the past could imagine what is happening now with artificial intelligence in almost every single field and all the industries. So we can expect AI to be integrated with virtual reality for immersive language assessment experience in the future. Inshallah, allowing learners to demonstrate their skills in real-world scenarios. There are also speculative applications such as emotion recognition, where AI could assess a learner's emotional engagement and adapt feedback according to the emotional, engagement of the learner. Finally, I'll move to the conclusion. So, concerning the conclusion and the key takeaways, AI-powered tools are transforming language assessment by providing immediate, personalized, and scalable feedback. Just between parentheses, I talked in my PhD about peer feedback, because I do believe in learner-centered approaches rather than teacher-centered approaches. Of course, as the professors Khamouja and Abdel Fattah talked about the role of the teacher. Of course, I mean, regardless of all these technological devices and platforms and AI-powered tools and everything, of course, I mean, the role of the teacher is crucial. But now, in modern teaching, I believe that the teacher or teachers or professors, they work actually just as a guide of the learning process. That is, we need to push our students to be autonomous learners. You see my point? So I talked about peer feedback. That is, instead of giving feedback directly from the teacher to the students, I believe that students themselves should work together collaboratively to give feedback and assess the work of each other. And here again, AI-powered tools, they are very helpful in this side. I mean, I will call it AI feedback. AI feedback. That is, students, they can resort to these AI platforms again to give to provide them with feedback about their writing errors, about their pronunciation errors, and provide them with how to overcome those challenges. But they need to be very careful using these AI platforms. And all the professors, I guess, they talked about this point of advantages and disadvantages. So as language educators, we need to maybe raise our students' awareness about how to use these. They are very beneficial, but you need to know how to use them to make them helpful in their learning process, because at the end of the day, it is, as I said before, a double-edged sword. It has the negative and positive side, but we are seeking and we are looking to improve our students' language proficiency. So we need to focus on the positive side of AI-powered tools. And that's it. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll be looking forward hearing from you. Any comment, any question, you are most welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Well Murad. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Great. So your presentation promises to equip educators, researchers, and policymakers with a deeper understanding of how artificial intelligence, or you shared this artificial intelligence power, responsibility, and effectively to enhance language learning outcomes. So you shared ideas linked to changing. Or changing or revolutionary tools from automated essay grading to real-time pronunciation feedback. For example, you provided the example of Ilsa Speak. And, artificial intelligence is making assessments more objective, consistent, and accessible, according to your presentation. You talked about the immediate feedback. For example, the platforms like Grammarly that are used widely by students, researchers, and also professors may use this tool, artificial intelligence tool. The Grammarly provide instant grammatical grammar and coherence evaluation, while adaptive tests like Duolingo in English tests dynamically adjust to learners' proficiency levels. There is also this use of Rosetta that is used by Moroccan universities to help students improve their French language or English or Spanish as well. You mentioned the ethical challenges that are raised while using this artificial intelligence. So, and you addressed critical concerns, including the bias in algorithms, data privacy, and the potential reduction of human interaction in the feedback process. So, thank you so much for your rational and insightful presentation. Now, let's move to the first presentation by Raha Yassin, which is titled Empowering Grammatical Accuracy in Moroccan. I feel English as a foreign language, the impact of ChatGPT. This presentation, or Professor Raha Yassin, an accomplished EFL educator and researcher from Ibn Tufail University in Morocco, with nearly 2 decades of teaching experience since 2005, and currently serving as a part-time professor at the University of Economy, Legal and Social Studies. Professor Yassin brings both practical expertise and scholarly rigor to this critical exploration of artificial intelligence in language education. His academic foundations, including Masters in Teaching English as a Foreign Language in 2020, informs his announced approach to technological integration in pedagogy. His groundbreaking study investigates how ChatGPT transforms the grammatical accuracy in academic writing among Moroccan EFL university students, a population often struggling with the English for specific purposes challenges. So join us in welcoming Prof. Raha Yassin to share this transformative insights. So the floor is yours, Mr. Raha Yassin. Please activate the mic. Yassin, activate the mic, please. Just click on that symbol.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Do you hear me? Let me share my presentation with you.
Okay.
Minutes, please. Okay. Yeah.
To the audience, you can just write your name. Yes, of course. You're welcome.
So thank you so much, Ahmed, for this opportunity to share with you my my experimental research that I have just carried out with the university student in Mohammed V University. So
Nice.
you know that AI, yeah, do you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Go on.
Yeah. Okay. So you know that AI has become important or continues to advance rapidly with the application across various actors, sectors like transportation, mechanics, etc. So education is part of all these sectors, and we know that today we heard a lot of words about the advantages, disadvantages of AI. So I decided to jump in this field and carried out this research. So my research outline is like this. So I'm going to talk about research background. Then we have problem statement. Then we have objective and hypothesis. Then we show you the methodology and the result that I reached in this research. Then we have discussion and conclusion. Okay, so the first question that comes to our mind is why this study? So you know that academic writing is very important and crucial for university students at any level, even economy and legal or students who major in legal studies. So, and you know that students encounter various constraints and problems, and this is what he said by Sasmita and Siwati to 2021 and Ferris and Hitchcock 2014. So the same thing, Moroccan students encounter or struggle with many or various problems like grammar, coherence, and mechanics. So, and you know that our students resort, most of them resort to AI, and this is what I said by Mr. Morad, who said that they used to work with ChatGPT or Grammarly or and all these programs work with AI. And the main advantage of ChatGPT is it offers real-time feedback. It means that it gives you a timely feedback. It gives you what you need on the spot. But its efficacy in Morocco is still or is under studied. There are not many studies that cover this issue. So, you know that AI bots or chatbots have many advantages. And let's take, for example, ChatGPT, since it is launched in 2022, it gives students many facilities and advantages that can use them. For example, it can support their brainstorming, they can improve their grammar, and they can give them they improve and boost their engagement and proficiency. And what is important is it gives a real-time feedback. It means that it gives students a timely and a feedback on the spot. And this is what said, but by many researchers, for example, Tilly and his colleagues in 2023. So, so many studies around the world have been carried out, and they confirm its positive impact on writing quality. In other words, it enhances students' writing qualities and motivations, in addition to self-efficacy for students. However, however, uh, However, now this magic tool, I think what is a magic tool, cause many challenges for and problems for students. And this is the problem of what you have mentioned before is the problem of plagiarism. Okay? And it means that most of the students just copy and paste and send it to their teachers. And this is a real. It's not a really a very ethical for for academia. So the second thing, which is very important, it reduces students' creativity. It means that most of them just rely on these chatbot tools just to make and write their reports or dissertation, etc. Sometimes the feedback that is, even though the feedback is on the spot and timely, it is sometimes misleading. Okay, so so in the Moroccan context, many studies have been carried out. For example, we have a study of Musa and Bilhia in 2024 and Aznut in 2024, which show that AI improves proficiency and accuracy. But the problem in these studies, or most of them rely on perception-based qualitative or quantitative design. In other words, these studies lacks experimental. These studies lack experimental evidence. So, so here we come to the problem statement. So here we have three important points. We have global evidence. So what is the global evidence? It means that the international research demonstrate AI chatbots enhance EFL writing skills, and there are, as I said before, there are plenty of research that stated this result. The problem, or what is the gap, is the local gap, which is in Morocco. So in Morocco, it lacks the empirical studies on EA integration in language teaching with existing research. So we have many studies, obviously we have Edo and his colleague 2024, we have ASNO 2024, etc. So the main objective, there is no quantitative experiential study assessing ChatGPT's impact on grammatical accuracy and academic writing among Moroccan university FL learners. So, since there is no quantitative experiment studies, this pushed me to conduct this study. So what is the object? There in this research, there are two main objectives. Number one, it measures ChatGPT's impact on grammatical accuracy. And the second objective, we attempt to identify error types most improved by AI. So in this research, there are two main questions. The first question is, to what extent does ChatGPT enhance writing accuracy? The second research question is, does it really reduce specific errors like comma space, verb tense, fragment sentence, run-on sentence, etc.? So, the hypothesis. So, the first hypothesis is AI tools improve accuracy. And the second hypothesis is AI reduces grammatical errors. So let's talk about the methodology. So in this research, I opted for quasi-experimental research, in which we had two groups. One experimental group who used ChatGPT free version for paragraph revision, and we have control group that revised without AI. So this control group, they revise their paragraph without using ChatGPT. They rely only on teachers' feedback. They rely on peers' feedback, but they don't use any AI chatbots. So the participants, there are 60 Moroccan university students at the University of Mohammed Tafir, exactly in the Faculty of Social Studies, Economic and Legal Studies in Seri. And there are about 30, they are randomly assigned. It means that 60 Moroccans, which means that 30 experimental group and 30 participants are non-experimental group. So for the instruments, so here we have writing task, get them pre-test and post-test paragraphs, and we have the rubrics. So the rubric is called 6 error types, means that it extended from between 0 and 3 scales of subject, verb, adjective, etc. And they use ChatGPT 3.5 free version for real-time feedback. So I analyzed the result using paired independent three paired independent t-test. So here we have the pre-test. Both groups wrote paragraph on AI chatbots as innovative technology for university students. So my intervention was like this. So the duration is took place the whole semester. So in weekly session, focusing only on 2 error types. So week 1, we focus only on subject verb agreement and tense consistency. Second week, we work on preposition and word order. Week number 3, we work on auxiliary verbs. And week 4 and 5, we work on run-on sentences and fragments. And week 6 and 7, we worked on punctuation, commas place, and missing participants here, we train them to use appropriate prompt in which through using ChatGPT 3.5 for paragraph revision. So then we move to the post-test, in which both groups wrote a paragraph on AI chatbots as an innovative technology for academic research. So for the results, the descriptive statistics and the t-test results. So the overall accuracy. So the experimental group outperformed control group, which okay. So these are some sort of improvements. So when it comes to commas place, experimental group reduced errors from 407 to 1.66. However, control group showed no significant change. So a random sentence, experimental group dropped from 1.73 to 0.80, it means T29. It equals 4.16, P is more than 1. So the control group reduced the control group's random sentence mistake reduced from 2.67 to 1.83. 83. The verb tense, the experimental group decreased from 220 to 133. But control group showed no significant change. Finally, the subject-verb agreement, the experimental group reduced from 213 to 117. However, control group showed no significant change, and you have the results in front of you. So what we deduce from this result that ChatGPT significantly reduced grammatical errors for students, gamma place, so D equals 1.19, subject verb agreement to have D equals 88, and these findings go hand in hand with many global findings. For example, Dodogovich and Hussein and his colleagues in 2024. The effect is notable for Moroccan learners, but the problem is that when it comes, we have an interference when students come to write. There is a kind of interference between English and Arabic. It means that I will explain to you in other words. So most of the students, when they write their paragraph at the beginning, most of them they don't write in English, means that they think and write in English, but most of them try to translate from English to from Arabic into English. So the implication of this study. So this study will be useful to include AI into curricle as a revision tool. So in other words, we should not rely only on teachers' feedback and per video, we can resort to technology and we can include it in our curriculum to enhance students use this tool to develop their writing and enhance their accuracy. Moreover, we have to enhance, in other words, we have to enhance our digital infrastructure. This is the problem for many students that still have problem of connection, that they don't have, either they don't have laptop, they live far away. So these are logistic problems we have to put an end on it. So another problem is we have to, another implication that we have to train teacher in AI literacy. Now that AI has become a must, and we have to train our university students to use this and to be lenient, like I would say, to be lenient with this AI and don't consider it as a plagiarism. So we need to help and encourage our students to use it wisely. So, okay. So let's go to the conclusion. So ChatGPT effectively, we can deduce from this experimental study that ChatGPT really or effectively enhances Moroccan EFL learners' grammatical accuracy, giving a transformative tool for writing instruction. So, but in this research, there are some limitations. For example, and that many research in the future must take it into account. For example, you should expand the sample size. So we have only, I had only 60 students, but we can have more than this number of students so that you can have valid and reliable and robust results. So, and you can work on other, can explore other lexical and coherence aspects. We should move to another types of lexical and coherence aspects. Then we have text, and we have to work on not only, for example, this research work only on paragraph writing because it's part of the program of this group. So we can work on essays, we can work on reports and dissertation to see the effectiveness of AI in developing students' writing. Okay, thank you so much for your time. I wish that my presentation was fruitful and helpful. Thank you so much.
اكتيفي الميكرو ستيفن عيسى اكتيفي الميكرو وي كانت هير يو I guess there is a network problem and ستيفن عيسى.
Sorry for this technical problem. Thank you. Thank you. Do you hear me? Mr. Raha Yassin, thank you for your presentation. Is my voice clear? Great. So, thank you, Mr. Raha Yassin, for this presentation. your pre-test and post-test involving 60 students lead to present several results that lead to recognize that artificial intelligence is reshaping language education. Your work or the work of Professor Yassin offers a roadmap for using or leveraging technology to address persistent linguistic issues while prompting critical discussions about scalability, accessibility, and pedagogical adaptation. Sorry again. Let's the finding of Mr. Yassin, Raha Yassin, not only validates ChatGPT efficacy as a target the feedback tool, but also advocates for its strategic integration into Moroccan EFL curricula. The study further calls for enhanced digital infrastructure to support such innovations. So now let's move to the last presentation that will be presented by Mr. Abdelwahed Bouzar, a colleague and an educator, a researcher, and a PhD candidate at the Faculty of Letters and Human Sciences, Sidi Mohammed bin Abdullah Al-Miraz Fez in Morocco, with a multidisciplinary background spanning education, artificial intelligence, research methodology, and graphic design. Mr. Bouzar brings a unique perspective to the study of technology impact on academic behaviors. The study introduces an innovative scale to measure ChatGPT as a latent construct, while task initiation is evaluated through standardized matrix assessing how promptly students began academic tasks. So join us in welcoming Mr. Abdelwahed Bouzar as he shares these critical insights, bridging the gap between artificial intelligence, innovation, and academic accountability. So the floor is yours, Mr. Bouzar.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing just great. Thank you, Sehmed, for giving us this opportunity. Thank you, everyone, for your insightful presentations. I'm so glad to be with you all. So before starting my presentation, so as Sehmed has already presented me, so I am going to present. So, Sehmed, any assistance with the presentation? So, does it appear to everyone?
Not yet, Mr. Bouzar. You need to share it through the presentation. Present
Yeah,
section.
Presentation, slides and PDFs.
Yes. Not Yes. Okay. Let's see. Not yet. When it, yeah, here it is and uploaded.
Yeah.
So now it is on the main screen. You can go on.
Yes. Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Sehmed. So my topic today is going to revolve around ChatGPT and task initiation, or sometimes it is used synonymously with procrastination in graduate education. So basically, in this study, we have tried to tackle uh, the use of ChatGPT and its relationship to procrastination or task initiation among masters, PhD students, and postgraduate students. So this study investigates the relationship between ChatGPT usage and procrastination or task initiation among graduate students using PLS SEM, which is an acronym for structural equation modeling, with AI tools rapidly entering academic settings, understanding their impacts on students' behavior has become crucial for educational policy. The main research approach that we have used so far is that we have conducted a cross-sectional survey with 487 graduate students from 23 countries, measuring ChatGPT usage, procrastination tendencies, and key moderating variables, including ChatGPT version, perceived usefulness, ease of use, task complexity, and user technological experience level. So the results show ChatGPT users significantly predicts procrastination, but this relationship is moderated by several factors. Findings will inform institutional AI integration policies and help understand how AI affects academic productivity and self-regulation. So, starting with a brief literature review and theoretical framework for the study. So, the integration of AI technologies has fundamentally transformed academic practices, with ChatGPT emerging as one of the most prominent tools. Since its release in November 2022, it has rapidly gained traction for writing assistance, research support, and problem solving. For research or technology and procrastination, so the research shows that while digital tools can enhance learning efficiency and accessibility, they may also contribute to distraction and delay task completion. ChatGPT adds new dimensions to this relationship, offering both assistance capabilities and potential dependencies that may influence students' natural task initiation processes. For the main theoretical framework that we have used in the study is that we have adopted the technology acceptance model known as the TAM, provides a theoretical framework explaining how students adopt AI tools, proposing that perceived usefulness and ease of use are primarily determinants of technology acceptance. In ChatGPT contexts, these factors significantly influence adoption patterns among university students. So for the main research methodology and design, so this study employed a cross-sectional survey design conducted over a 6-week period from March to April 2024. The design was chosen to efficiently uh, capture data from a diverse international students population at a single point in time. We surveyed 487 graduate and postgraduate students from 23 countries, exceeding the minimum requirements for statistical power in PLS SEM analysis, as it requires only the maximum items in one of the scales that we have used multiplied by 10. So in our case, 60 students were more than enough, but we have tried to extend our population since this article is an extension of a previous article that is already published. So the inclusion criteria specified current enrollments in graduate and postgraduate programs and prior experience using ChatGPT for academic purposes. For data collection, the primary distribution through prolific platform, supplemented by social media platforms including Facebook, WhatsApp, X or Twitter, previously, and Reddit. This multi-platform approach ensured broad demographic and geographic diversity in the sample population. For the statistical method or the analysis method that we have used is that we have used the partial least squares structural equation model using SmartPLS software. This method was selected for three main purposes. The first which is its robustness with complex models, simultaneous assessment of measurements and structural components, and suitability for prediction oriented research. The analysis followed a two-step approach, first assessing the measurement model for reliability and validity, then evaluating the structural model to test hypotheses through bootstrapping with 5,000 subsamples. All items were measured using 7-point Likert scales to ensure adequate variance and sensitivity. The model assessed direct effects and moderation through interaction terms, explaining 42% of variance in academic procrastination. For the sample demographics, 6 countries represented 68.2% of participants, including Morocco, United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and Germany. So the inclusion and exclusion criteria, participants were required to be currently enrolled in graduate or postgraduate programs and have previous experiences using ChatGPT for academic purposes. Those without ChatGPT experience or enrolled in undergraduate programs were excluded from the analysis. For the measurement instruments and scales that we have used in the study is that we have adopted ChatGPT usage for academic purposes, which is adapted from Nemetullah et al. ChatGPT uses scale reliability, whose Cronbach alpha is 0.84, and with composite reliability of 0.85. The second one is the perceived usefulness and ease of use, task complexity, procrastination scale, and user experience and measurement approach, in which we have adopted or we have used two main scales. The first one is user experience level scale, and measurement approach is that all items measured using 7-point Likert scale, ranging from strongly disagree to strongly agree. So the main research questions that we have used here is that we have 6 main research questions. The first one is its measures or it investigates the direct impact of ChatGPT usage on procrastination. The second to the 6 questions is that how do ChatGPT version sophistication, perceived usefulness, ease of use, task complexity, and user experience level influence the relationship between ChatGPT usage and procrastination. So the main path model, as you can see, summarizes the whole relationship, showing that task complexity, user experience, ease of use, ChatGPT version, and perceived usefulness are moderating variables, whereas the ChatGPT usage is the main independent variable and procrastination is the dependent variable. So concerning the results and findings that we have reached in the study is that our structural equation model demonstrated robust explanatory power, accounting for 42% of the variance in academic procrastination. ChatGPT usage positively predicts academic procrastination, confirming the hypothesis number 1. So this indicates that students who report higher ChatGPT usage demonstrate greater tendencies toward academic procrastination. For the ChatGPT version, Newer versions significantly reduce the relationship between usage and procrastination, suggesting advanced AI may promote better self-regulation. For the perceived usefulness, so when students perceive ChatGPT as highly useful, the user or the usage procrastination relationship strengthens, indicating potential over-reliance. For more experienced users, show weaker usage procrastination relationship, suggesting experience develops healthier usage pattern. For task complexity, it was like marginally significant positive moderation suggests stronger users procrastination relationship for complex tasks, but the result here is not significant. For the ease of use, so no significant moderation effects indicating ease of use does not substantially influence the relationship. So as a conclusion, while ChatGPT usage correlates with procrastination, this relationship is significantly moderated by tool sophistication, user expertise, and perceived utility. So our structural equation modeling analysis revealed several key findings that provide significant insights into the relationship between ChatGPT usage and procrastination among graduate students. So the first one is that there was a direct relationship. ChatGPT users significantly predicts increased procrastination. This moderate effect suggests that greater reliance on AI assistance may contribute to delayed task initiation, potentially by creating a false sense of progress or reducing perceived urgency to start the tasks early. For the advanced ChatGPT versions significantly reduce procrastination tendencies. This suggests newer versions with better reasoning capabilities may promote more thoughtful academic engagement rather than passive consumption, encouraging critical thinking and independent work. When students perceive ChatGPT as highly useful, the relationship between usage and procrastination strengthens. So this counterintuitive finding suggests that higher perceived utility might lead to overdependence, creating anxiety when approaching tasks without AI assistance. For more experienced users, demonstrated better self-regulation. So with experience serving as a protective factor, this suggests experienced users develop better metacognitive awareness of when and how to use AI assistance effectively as a supplement rather than replacement. For the task complexity showed a marginally significant effect, suggesting students may develop greater dependence on AI for complex tasks. Ease of use was non-significant, indicating that once students begin using ChatGPT regularly, interface simplicity becomes less relevant to behavioral outcomes. So as a future research direction, so the future studies should employ longitudinal designs to track changes in the relationship between ChatGPT usage and procrastination over time. As AI tools evolve, research should investigate specific training interventions that promote healthy AI usage patterns while maintaining academic self-regulation. Additional studies across diverse academic disciplines and cultural contexts would further enhance our understanding of these complex relationships. So thank you so much for listening. So thank you so much, Ahmed, and the committee and everyone in this panel. So appreciate it again.
Thank you, Mr. Bozar, for this presentation. Now let's go or move to the questions section or the discussion. We have a question that is addressed to all participants by Professor Mohammed Haddawi, who says hello to you all, and he says why not regulate artificial intelligence once and for all? Why leave the issue of guidelines and ethics open to discussion? It is a question that is addressed to all the participants. If you can answer this question.
Well, I think the question is about regulating or controlling AI at once for all users all around the world,
He,
right?
he,
So
he's
I
talking
would say
about
that
the
AI is
ethics.
changing so fast. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So what is new, good, or feasible today might be old, or bad, or even impractical tomorrow. So any rules made in the present might not make sense in the future. And there are also different types of AI used for different purposes in various sectors. So what works for a tool might not work for another. But in education, as my colleagues and I have already talked about, teachers and students first need trainings in how to use AI effectively to exploit its strengths and avoid its pitfalls and drawbacks.
Thank you, Mr. Abdul Abidi, for this answer. Any addition?
Well, I absolutely agree with Professor Abidi. I mean, you can never control AI. That's very. It's very difficult actually because as we move forward with AI-powered language assessment, one important question is that must be addressed is how to control. Everybody is talking about how to use it positively or to make benefit from to take just the positive side of AI. While there are certainly challenges in regulating and AI technology, we work toward creating responsible frameworks. We need to, as the professor has mentioned, to raise our students' awareness on how to use it, to offer some trainings. Maybe now I guess that AI should be integrated as a subject at the primary schools. You see my point? So make people aware of AI first, how it works, and how to use it ethically. That's my modest opinion.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Haiz.
Okay, thank you so much for this question. I totally agree with Mr. Murad concerning this question. I still remember what is happening now with the AI is like what was happening with calculator. It was in the past when it came into existence, it is refused and neglected by all the people. So today calculator has become an important part, an important application in our mobile phone. So the same thing, similarly, the AI has become very important in our life as an educator, as a learners. So what is important, how to use this tool, is how we use it, how can we use it intelligently first, and how can we use it wisely and ethically. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Yasin. So, Dr. Abdulsalam Moja, are you with us? We have a question to you, if you are here. Okay, so let's move
Can
to.
you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you. So,
Can you
Dr.
hear me?
Yes, we hear you, Dr. Abdulsalam.
Okay, let me first react on the first question.
Okay.
Well, as we know, artificial intelligence has become a part of us. It lives with us. Therefore, we have to familiarize ourselves with it. And our part as teachers, we have, to guide our students and advise them, to use artificial intelligence in a positive way.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Abdulsalam. Have you finished the answer? I don't get the voice.
Yeah. That was my
Yeah, thank you.
reaction concerning the first question.
Thank you. We have another question to you. Your research shows promising correlations between artificial intelligence chatbots and speaking skills. How do you see integrating these tools into traditional classroom settings, especially in contexts with limited technological resources, as is the case with the Moroccan classrooms for high school and middle school?
Well, as we know, artificial intelligence in education offers a range of tools to personalize learning, automate tasks, and provide valuable insights for both students and educators. It also can adapt learning content to individual student needs and provide feedback. It also, has developed a variety of educational tools that can help in developing the four language skills. These educational tools, like for example Quillbot, Grammarly, Character AI, Gemini, Learn AI, and many other applications. Therefore, in both studies of mine, I recommended that implementing artificial intelligence in education has become a must for teachers to first, comply with the development of technology, and second, to facilitate the teaching process and make it, meet, students' needs. Have I answered the question?
Dr. Abdsalam, thank you for your answer. Do you have any recommendations for future research for researchers in
Well,
this?
there is, when it comes to artificial intelligence, there is scant research about, the impact of artificial intelligence on teaching the four language skills. When, for example, you try, for example, to Google up or look for, some empirical, research about the impact of AI on teaching, for example, any language, or on teaching the foreign language, you can find only what is theoretical. Therefore, concerning the studies that I conducted, the second one is based on perceptions. Therefore, I recommend that further studies or further empirical studies should be conducted on the impact of artificial intelligence on developing students' reading skills. Concerning the first study, which is a correlational study, this study was conducted only only in one high school. Therefore, the findings of this study can applied only to the participants of that high school. Therefore, now I recommend that further studies will be conducted. And it should include different institutions, different regions in Morocco, so that the findings of the study can be generalized.
Thank you so much.
That's
Now let's move to yes.
That's a brilliant idea from Professor Khamouja, actually, because whenever we talk about a particular study, we need actually to talk about the external validity and the internal validity of the study. So when you conduct a research, you actually focus on a particular sample of the study. So you, for example, high school or university, and even when you say I'm working on EFL university students, for example, you can never generalize, because to achieve what is called an external validity, you need to go and select participants from all universities, or in Morocco, all high schools, so that you can reach what is called the external validity. But there is a matter of focus. I mean, when we say, for example, that we are working on student AFL Students University in Kenitra, we actually cannot really generalize, and we cannot assure that those results can apply to all EFL students, for example, in Morocco. Even though, for example, when we say that AI, for example, affects learning, of course it does affect learning wherever you go, but you can never judge and offer recommendations that are very general. That is, you keep the internal validity on the sample of the study that you work on, rather than a general and external validity.
Thank you. Thank you for your additional comments on this issue of validity. We cannot generalize the results of specific studies until we choose samples from different geographical, economic, and social, cultural, and also educational backgrounds. So now let's move to Mr. Abdulfatah Abidi. We have a question for you, if you are with us here. Mr. Abidi, you advocated for a balanced approach to artificial intelligence integration. Could you share with us specific strategies or frameworks that teachers or educators might use to ensure artificial intelligence enhances critical thinking rather than undermining its, especially in language classroom? Or do you think that we could use artificial intelligence powered tools to promote critical thinking in EFL classrooms?
Okay, thank you very much, Ahmed, for your important question. Well, of course, AI should not be used blindly. Students should not be allowed to just copy and paste, but rather encouraged to use it wisely, by sometimes for brainstorming, revision, and editing, for example, or correcting grammar mistakes. Teachers should, of course, raise their students' awareness on the pitfalls of such tools. I think AI can enhance critical thinking if used correctly. I'm currently conducting a study on the effect of ChatGPT on developing students' pragmatic competence. I'm assessing ChatGPT's pragmatic competence and found that it somehow, it has a pragmatic abilities that are somehow similar to native speakers of American English. So teachers can use ChatGPT to teach students the pragmatic nuances of the target language. They can be also, AI tools can be used to develop students' critical thinking by, for example, giving them some sentences that are generated, or texts, or even some communicative acts generated by AI and modified. So students can be encouraged to detect the pragmatic failure or the grammatical inaccuracies in those sentences or texts. They can be also encouraged to detect some biases inherent in such texts generated by AI tools.
Thank you, Mr. Abidi. We have another question for Simurad. You highlighted how artificial intelligence tools make assessment more accessible, but how can we ensure equitable access for learners in under-resourced cities who may lack reliable internet or advanced devices to use tools like Elsa or Elsa Speak or Duolingo.
Well, this is again a very serious problem. I mean, you remind me of research of my master degree that I have conducted a couple of years before. I talked about the integration of ICT in the teaching of English as a foreign language in Morocco. I mean, here the lack of infrastructure is always a problem. I mean, now we in this conference we had this obstacle. Sometimes we cannot hear, for example, Stephen Isa or something like that. So this problem is always there. I mean, and I guess even in the developed countries you encounter this problem of lack of infrastructure and how to deal with technological devices. For example, like when even some teachers, for example, they cannot or they are not trained to use technological devices accurately and properly for assessment or for any other thing. So I guess the only solution is to, because I mean, AI and technology in general, especially in the underdeveloped countries, is still like struggling, whether we like it or not. Like we are just moving step by step. We are not really familiar with technological devices, with AI platforms, etc. So the only thing I guess is, and the only solution is to actually offer some trainings for both, for teachers on how to use and integrate AI and technological devices into the teaching of language or any other thing, and also for the students, as I said before, they have to study actually AI, be aware of AI platforms, how to use them, and that's the only solution. And through time, I mean, maybe after, I don't know, 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, maybe the coming generations will overcome this problem of infrastructure, this problem of connection, and so on. Now, I guess that the future will be inshallah bright, if it makes sense.
We hope so. We hope so. Thank you for your feedback. Mr. Bouzar, you recommended balanced integration strategies. What concrete institutional policies or classroom practices would you propose to help students use ChatGPT productively without undermining their task initiation skills?
So thank you so much, Si Ahmed. Your question was, how can we guarantee that ChatGPT is integrated without impacting students' procrastination or task initiation skills? So actually, ChatGPT is like phone, so it remains uncontrollable, and we cannot really provide a one-fit-all answer in this case. So all that we can really encourage is the encouraging students' soft skills and hard skills for using technological tools. So even if they procrastinate, maybe they can replace this procrastination with advanced usage of ChatGPT, so they can use the tool more effectively. So procrastination or task initiation, from my like modest perspective, it still remains uncontrollable. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Bouzar. We have another question, which is that is addressed to all participants by Nabil Swiri. He says, that we are dealing with algorithms versus human thinking processes. Isn't it a mistake to outsource our writing to artificial intelligence?
Can I answer this one? All right, so Sinabil, so
Mr. Bouzar?
Yeah. So Sinabil has asked whether it is a mistake to outsource our writing to AI. So AI in general.
You hear me?
Yes, I
We have
hear you.
another question that is from Mr. Abnabi Ibn Abu, who says, is artificial intelligence a blessing or a curse for learners and educators? The question is for all participants. If
Okay, so
you would engage with.
all right, so
Yeah?
here the question is like saying it's not only about AI, so it's about any technological tool that comes uh, as a new advancement in technology or whatsoever. So it depends on the user. So it's always subjective to say whether it is a blessing or a curse, since the way I use it is not always the same as yours or anyone else. So it's really, we cannot really provide a one-fit-all answer in this case.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Buzar. Any comments? Okay, Dr. Samah Haida, you can.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
So,
as we okay.
Dr. Samah.
As we conclude this rich and insightful conference, I would like to express my senior appreciation to all the researchers and presenters
We don't hear your
for
voice.
the high. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, now we hear you. Now we hear you.
It's okay. As we conclude this rich and insightful conference, I would like to express my senior appreciation to all the researchers and the presenters for the high quality scientific work they have shared with us. Your efforts have added real value to our understanding of how AI can support language education, especially in areas such as assignment, feedback, and skill development. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to Bitlisaniyat International Academy and the Linguistics Research and Language Planning team for giving me the opportunity to be part of this timely and important academic discussion. I would like also to extend a special word of thanks to my dear collaborator, Dr. Hamad bin Isa, for his dedication, support, and important role he played in the success of this conversation. Indeed, the topic of this conference is one of the most urgent in the field today, one that concerns every researcher, educator, and language professional aiming to keep pace with educational and technological transformation. Just a final thought, AI will never replace the teacher, but the teacher who knows how to use AI might just transform education. Thank you all for your engagement, your question, and your presence. Let this be the starting point for reimagining language education through the power of AI, with teachers leading the change, not technology only. Okay, have a great evening and goodbye.
Thank you, Dr. Samah Haida. Thank you, Dr. Marwan Sakran, Professor Yassine Jamal Idrisi, Dr. Abdul Qadir Bitwati, and special thanks to Dr. Abdul Salam Khamouja, who accepted our invitation and coordinates this conference. Prof. Raha Yassine, Prof. Ftah Abidi, Prof. Lahwal Murad, and Professor Abdul Wahid Muzar for their insightful and rational presentations. Thanks also to the organizing committee, general supervision, coordination, and including Dr. Safia Ksas, the Vice President of the Academy, and Professor Sukina Albaz. Thank you for being part of this remarkable event. Stay curious and stay connected. And let us continue shaping the future of language education together. Thank you all for your participation.